Hello everybody, Reggie Time here with just a half-hour live play video because it's taken me a while to get the session going this morning and I have places to go and people to see, but I want to make the video because I want to do a little kind of mini promotion of this game in these clubs, and the promotion is going to be my giving $50 away to either one or two and people who comment on the YouTube video within 7 days of it going up. So 7 days from today. The rules for the competition are the video must have at least 100 likes within those 7 days, which it just probably almost certainly will have, and there must be a ratio of 15 likes per 100 views. So if the video gets 100 views, but it only gets 6 likes, then nobody wins. So I mean, it's not difficult. Just click the link if you want to be part of the competition to win the money. Then you need to be clicking like. You need to be watching the video on YouTube. Even if you're watching this on Facebook, pop across to my YouTube channel and give it a click there so it gets the view, and then give it your like, and then whack something in the comment section. And it doesn't really matter what it is. The comment or comments that I enjoy the most will be the ones that win the prize. It could be a particularly funny comment. It could be an astute comment. It could be an insightful comment. It could be a lot of things. It can be about short deck. It can be about no limit. It can be about anything you want. But obviously, the more relevant the comment is, the more chance you've got of winning. So just to recap the rules: 100 views on the video, 15% of those 100 views need to be converted to likes as well, and then I will choose one or two winners from the comments section depending on how many comments there are and how many. Like, I mean, if there's 2 comments I can't choose between, then 2 viewers will win $25 each, put into this club to play in these specific games. If only one comment, if there's one outstanding comment, then that one viewer will get the full $50 put into this club to play in these games. So there you go. That's the promotion. Good luck with it if you choose to enter. And if you can't be asked entering, but you want to see somebody take $50 off me, click the like. Click the like anyway. So yeah, it isn't going to be a long session because I've already been playing maybe for 40 minutes. So it was a bit slow this morning, and it was taking its time to warm up. So I can only play it until around 11:05 my time, because yeah, other things I need to be doing this morning, sadly. Against this dude who is mental. And we're just going to open rip the jacks and expect him to call it off very wide. That's not good news. Okay, we're flipping at least. Not anymore. We are dead. We were dead. I'm topping up now to like 600 chips. Or 600 in chips, because it's just a ball ache having to reload all the time. That's why we were ripping the jacks earlier, because this guy just gives 0 fucks and is willing to get the A7, etc. in. 10-8 suited. We'll have a little overlimp. And I think we're going to call versus an ISO raise this small. And we are going to be very aggressive on flops where we think we have equity. That wouldn't be a flop where I'm going to want to be aggressive. we have this guy here is all 3 tables. He's tagged pink. Pink is traditionally my tag for the wheeliest of wheels. That's changed as of this week. I now tag players by their pre-flop raise percentage. And his is very much on the high side. And I suspect it isn't doing him many favours. And I say that as a voice. I won't want to say voice of experience because I'm not experienced enough at the games yet. But I do know that when I've been aggressive with wide ranges pre-flop in this game, my results have not been as good as when I've been more inclined to limp pre-flop. So yeah, I don't think you really want the 40/20 stats in this game. This isn't the game for the 40/20 stats. Oh well, just taking my time thinking what size to see bet, and he just on the turbo fold. We're going to limp jam the ace queen here against another pink tag player. Now we're not going to do it limp jam it. Now I think we're just going to. Limp fold. This feels really dirty, but going to limp fold. And we are going to set mine over here with our 2 9s. Well, we didn't make a set, but we did flop a full house, which probably isn't super useful multi-way in this game with a like an underfull. Oh, clearly can't afford to that price. We'll probably fold in turns. And we're almost definitely folding rivers. It's very hard to see what he might value bet on this river. Aces. Wow. You can never be too careful, sir. You can never be too careful. I mean, I'm pretty weak in some spots in this game, but I don't think I only put 4 antes in post flop with pocket aces on that board. I think I'm probably trying to find at least one more street of value there. Bet with our gut shot here. We'll have a little bet, have a little wager, and we win. I don't like limp calling my stack off, but I think this guy's super loose. This guy's too aggro. This seems we're getting too good a price. In she goes. And we are actually a favourite. We're not going to win by the look of things, but we were a favourite. That is an atrocious shove by him. But there you go. I did point out earlier about this gentleman and or this lady, and how I think they are just probably making lots of big mistakes. That was a big mistake. Worked out for him or her, but it was a big mistake nevertheless. Gut shot here, multi-way on a very coordinated board. I think a stab from this position with only one person to go behind me who hasn't already acted. I think leading into 3 players, 2 of which have position on us, I'm not as in love with, but we're not going to fold our gut shot just yet. For half pot. I think given this guy overcalled on the flop. I mean, I think this guy's probably very bad aggressive. But nevertheless, we're going to find way better spots against him than just top pair, good shot. Not much else. I'm going to raise this turn. Just a little bit of value from draws and 1 pair. Hope not to get 3-bet. If we get 3-bet, we've got a very easy fold, but it'll still be disappointing. Bad river. Bad river. I think we're going to lose now to like... I don't know, but feels like a bad river anyway. Queen 7, okay. It was a fine river. Don't think I like his bet call very much there on the turn. Now the question we're asking ourselves here is the Queen Jack suited. Yes, it's a mandatory limp, but how wide do we want to be calling against his jams? Well, it doesn't matter this time because he's not jamming. Pair and a gut shot. And a backdoor heart draw. We're going to see a turn. And then he just goes half pot, which tells me I don't think he's in love with his hand. We're going to call again here, and we're going to be aggressive on many rivers. Especially that one. Although now I suspect there's a good chance it's going to be a chop. So like when he bets the turn small when the 10 pairs, I think he's got hands like Ace Jack, King Jack. I mean, we're not going to raise here because it doesn't really achieve much. Pocket 9s, wow. I didn't think pocket 9s was in his range for taking that line. How wrong we can be. Pocket, that's what, yeah, he just, yeah, odd. Odd is all I've got to say about that. Given we've just seen him blow his brains out, we have like some backdoor equity here, but that we can fold to just 1 bet. Probably going to fold to the turn though. Probably folding on turns. Okay, we're not folding on turns because he's checking. This is a strange line from our opponent, but no bother because paying off with second pair in the river on this game long term is going to cost you heaps and heaps of chips. It's okay to be bluffed occasionally. It's okay. I think something that I've not been doing too well this week, as we are in kind of a recovery phase after last week's car crash of a week, is be competitive enough post-flop. I've been very, very, very fit or full. Now, it hasn't hurt me this week. I've had a smashing week. As good a week as I could have hoped for. Because we've made some big hands and we've ran well in our flips. So it hasn't hurt me, but that doesn't mean to say that isn't something that we should be working on. And this guy's doing my fucking head in now. I'm afraid we'll see. I don't like to do this, but we just have to switch seats on the cunt because he's just not let. And not refuse to just keep limp folding to this prick, basically. Yeah, I haven't been aggressive enough post flop, and that is because I am not familiar enough with post flop equities. I've done some courses, and I've lost some of the information because I wasn't well enough studying it. So I got to go back over the weekend and rewatch some of the stuff I've watched about like how much equities certain things have post flop, like an overpair and a gut shot, or top pair and a gut shot, or 2 overs and an open ender, or just a naked overpair. I need to be more well versed in those situations to know when I need to be trying to be aggressive, when I need to be not overplaying. Because I've definitely 100% been overfolding post flop, which is no bad thing in a game where players are typically quite passive until they have reasonable holdings. But if I'm folding away too much equity, say for example, I don't know, there's 100 chips in the pot and it's costing me 250 chips to see 2 cards. So I'm getting like 3.5 to 1. So you only need like 20% equity, like 25, 20, 22% equity. If I don't know or have a better feel for how good my 2 overs and a gut shot is going to perform, given that the equity that's required to make a call, then I'm very likely to just get myself run over. So yeah, I'm going to go back and study some of them spots over the coming days because I think I'm definitely, without question, folding too much post flop. I think a lot of the time I'm doing it, to be fair, is in spots like this where there isn't a lot of money in the pot, and I'm just not sure how to. But this would be a very good example, actually. We have top pair, good kicker on a very wet board, out of position to multiple players, and they're just not very. Well, I'm just not ready. I'm rubbish. I do not know how to proceed in this spot. Do we lead out? If we don't lead out and someone bets, do we call? Do we raise? This hand is a perfect example of what I've just been talking about, where at some point I'll probably end up folding and folding some equity away. Or over adjusting the other way and saying, no, you're folding too much in these spots, Reg, and then just paying off in spots where we really shouldn't be paying off. I think like out of position with marginal holdings like this is probably my absolute biggest weakness in the game right now. And get the feeling, just to prove a point here, we're going to be probably paying this river off and losing to a better hand. Now look, now we've got to a point where now an 8 makes a straight. We've only got top pair, and it's like, well, I've either put like 20 antis in post flop when I was never really that likely to see rivers, or get to showdown, or I'm just paying people off. So yeah, those are spots I definitely need to study. I mean, I think I should probably lead the flop. I'm not sure. I don't think check raising is going to be that good there, or maybe it is. If people are going to be like bet calling it off with draws, then maybe check raising is okay. But if they've got strong draws, how robust is just top pair against a strong draw? It's probably an underdog. And of course, these things are going to matter more. If that was a pot where the SPR was 1, then getting it in there is going to be completely fine. Getting it in there with the SPR of 10, very likely we're going to be up against much stronger ranges. So, yeah, definitely work that I need to be doing, because at the moment that is a spot where I'm feeling most lost. I'm relatively comfortable with where pre-flop game is. Obviously, tons of room for improvement still, but I think there's other areas that I need to be working on first. No point working on too many things at once because you'll just fuck yourself up. So I've always preferred to just kind of, what is the most pressing need for things to work on? And last week it was definitely my pre-flop game because it was all over the place. This week I'm happy with where I got my pre-flop game. So now it's like, what's my next biggest leak then? And then if I get post-flop so good that pre-flop becomes my biggest leak again. And it's like the inchworm concept that you talk about in the mental game of poker. You know, that you can't, an inchworm can't move forward until it brings its back end up. It's very much the same in poker. You're only ever working on learning new concepts and never really improving and never improving the worst parts of your game, then you're not going to move forward. You're not going to improve anywhere near as much as you might think you are. Don't really love jamming ace king versus people with 6% pre-flop raises because that sort of shit happens too often. But there you go. Ace king's just a standard limit your pre against like 100% of the player pool. Sadly, against people like this, it performs much worse, but it is what it is. I'm going to limp and not fold the ace queen versus either of these two players. And not folding the ace queen should he do his all-in thing. I think we're going to do the all-in thing now and just hope that this particular fellow hasn't limped aces or what have you. Right, this guy's now gone limp jam. We've got a trivial fold with the ace queen because he's just going to have an incredibly strong hand here that ace queen is not doing well against. I think like the all-in pre from the button with the ace queen there is better than like earlier this week, or most of my time playing this game, I've been like, oh, let's make it 15 antes here. And then everyone that limps calls, and then, you know, you're not achieving any isolation. You're not really collecting dead money because it's still people are defending. So now I just like go with the rip. The rip has way more fold equity, and I think it's higher EV than making it just like 15 antes. Once there's been like 3 limpers, you're on the button, and you've got a hand like that. I think there's more EV in just ripping it than there is in making it like 15 antes to go or 12 antes to go or whatever. It's very agricultural, but yeah, I think it's probably better. Certainly better at this stage of my short deck career. Maybe as I evolve and get better, it would be better just to make it a more normal size for this game. Or maybe just all-ins to play. However experienced you get, maybe all-ins just to play there. There's no reason why I make it 50 rather than pot, other than 50 is a nicer rounder number than 45. It's sadly just 5 more minutes left in this session. Then we'll go and check our results for the day, see how we've done. Definitely maybe 3 buy-ins. Not on this video or not. I think we've probably lost money while we've been recording, but pre-video I did pretty well. This video was always just going to be more about getting the promotion out there than anything else. I think I'm going to stick to just doing 2 videos through the week now. Monday's probably going to be one of the days, and ideally Thursdays, but yesterday wasn't a good day for me to do it, so we've switched to Friday. But I think going forward, Mondays and Thursdays are going to be my video days. Seem as well spaced out as anything. This dude is min raised from that position, which is just clearly very bad play. We're going to have to defend that ace-8 on the button, getting 12 to 1, 11 to 1, whatever it was we were getting. Even though we don't really hope to win the pot very often, we don't need to, and we're getting such a great price. This guy doesn't seem to check raise much, so we'll take a little stab with our flush draw. And we take it down. Here we're going to have a little stab with our second pair. Our backdoor flush, backdoor straight. Again, we take it down. Here we have a gut shot, but it's a very bad gut shot that we are not going to chase. And I'll be limping the pocket tens. And now he's come along, he's bringing us 2. Going to be playing our last hand at each table. So I'm going to stand up here. Check fold here. And check something here. Check calling once against this guy and then seeing what develops on turns. We've made a straight over here, which is pretty nice. I'm going to give an attractive price to 2 pairs. Turn trips, which is very pleasant. Sadly, we do not get any action. And now we're going to make a bet and then probably have to fold to a raise. Oh, we get the min raise, which is diabolical. I mean, it's just a call and lose, isn't it? We're getting too good a price to fold. Just a call and lose. Yep, never mind. Never mind. Right, so how have we done? How have we done for the day? Oh, crikey, I was up massive at one point. I was up 8 buy-ins. Wow. And then we've lost 4 back. But still, it's a decent session for the day. Made 4 buy-ins in 630 hands. I'll take that. Part of this was a session I played post midnight last night. So today I think we probably paid 300 hands for 2 buy-ins. Still up for the month, which is pretty nice. And for the year we are 28,000 hands, 29,000 hands, and we've made 54 buy-ins. So yeah, we can't complain. We're running at about 17 antes per 100, and that includes big downswing there, and we had a big downswing back in January, which doesn't show on any of the graphs anymore. So we've had 2 pretty big downswings this year so far, but we're still up 54 buy-ins. So we'll take that. We're good. We're doing well. We're making progress. We're improving. Have a great weekend, everybody. Please do get involved in the promotion. I want to give this money away. I won't give it away unless the criteria is met, but I do want to give the money away. So please do get involved and take some money from me. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye for now.